now startup time.
All right, let's talk about startups for a little bit.
Let's make sure that thing's actually working.
Hang on. Is that working, Mike?
Yep, it's going.
All right. It's so weird to have, like, this is why I kind of stopped doing these walking conversations, is the camera started glitching out. Hey, this is like one of my favorite pieces here.
It looks like a radar dish.
Yeah, it's like this parabolic, like, look how beautiful it is. There's like...
you shine lasers at it? Does it, like, touch the other side?
I'm not sure. But it's weird, it points, it doesn't quite point exactly at that thing.
Does this bridge curve? No. It's just not. No, you're right. It's not set in flat, is it?
It's not set in flat. It's like set in at an angle. I love it. And it's funny because the magic of television. We had a 20-minute conversation just about this area right here.
No one will ever know.
So let's talk about the Portland startup scene.
It's growing and it's maturing.
It's a weird scene because Portland is like, I see other cities and there's all this, it seems like there's a lot more money. Portland seems like the place to go when you have money and want to work on a project as opposed to...
Yeah, I mean, you see a lot of companies are moving, like they're an engineering team here, right? They'll set up an office that's kind of remote from their, say, San Francisco office, and people will come here and be able to live kind of happier, more fulfilling lives, because rents are lower, quality of life is better, all those kind of things. So I think in that way we're gonna see the culture grow from that, because as those people come and then they have opportunities to change jobs or start their own thing, they're gonna do it where they're from, which is their new home,
where they're at.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's strange. Like, what does the Portland startup scene? What's it lacking? What do you think it needs?
I'm new to it, honestly, and so I feel like I've heard a lot of these things from different directions, and it seems like the biggest thing that people are asking for is, more people kind of funding ideas, right?
Yeah.
Which is a weird ask, because it's kind of like, when I want money from people,
everyone wants money.
Right, but there is this idea that most people seem to think is true, that if similar ideas were being created in San Francisco, it would be easier to get them funded. The networks of people around there are networks of people that are funding more ideas, right? And there's more people funding, there's also more people asking, though. So
yeah, there's more people with... It seems like a weird balance.
I agree.
At this point, it seems like we get to define that in the Portland startup scene somewhat. We get to define what we want it to be, but it's weird that
it gets really semantic at a certain point too. It's like, what is a scene, right? Like how much, right? Like who's part of it and who's not part of it. And what I like about Portland is cultures overlap a lot, because somebody that's into thing A is also into thing B.
Yeah.
And they're not always singularly defined. And I think you see that in Portland too. Like you go to a kind of a founders meetup, and it's not just people founding tech companies, it's people founding all kinds of companies. And so I find that really exciting. I think those people are also facing similar problems where they're like, we have ideas that could grow, we need some funding.
It's weird because I've gone to a lot of the startup events and founders meetings or whatever, and it's like a lot of people are... It's a slow progression that I undoubtedly will. Some people will emerge from that okay, but I see like a lot of there's a lot of people that are big business babies that really want to make something happen.
It's like so hard.
It's kind of brutally like difficult. I guess.
Someone's ability to convince someone else to give them a lot of money. I mean, that's got to be one of the hardest things to do, right? You have to be very good. You have to be very good at what you do. There's a lot of really difficult parts to that, and I think part of the problem is that what we see from a media perspective is we see success, right? That gets celebrated.
Yeah.
So-and-so got funding, so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that. What you don't see is that wider bottom of the base of the people struggling. And I think you have to remember that most people are struggling to get their ideas up and off the ground.
True that. It's a hard thing. Do you ever go to the Heritage
Never been
Oregon
there.
Rail?
I only even knew about it because of I've been spending time at
Oh,
office.
wow. I've been meaning to go here, but they have the strangest hours. It's like 1 to 5, Monday through Thursday. It's like,
We can't
it's like,
go today.
yeah, anyone that has a normal job.
It's for the kids.
I
Available between 1 and 5. Yeah, that is strange.
It's not just for the kids. It's for like it's awesome, man. Sometimes they have a steam engine going over here. I think it's cool. I haven't been there yet,
building
but
a lot. I like how it looks like a modified shipping container.
it'd be cool if you could rent out like a sleeping car and just like, I'm gonna spend
These
the night.
ones over here are
There's like
offices.
there's a startup over there.
Yeah.
I forgot what startup it is actually. Thursday through Sunday, 1 through 5 p.m.
Wow. So they are open right now.
It'd be kind of cool to get a shirt from there.
I
Don't you want a shirt? Oh, you. Hey,
like that.
that's
I
something.
couldn't wear it.
Oh yeah, hang on, hold this for a second.
Sure.
I want to just see if this is going. Yeah, that's one thing about your thing. You can only buy clothes from where? Like,
Brooks Brothers and Nike.
wow.
Yeah. So, and that's actually defined in the relationship contract.
Holy cow. Is
yeah.
that frustrating? I mean, it's kind of nice because everything's decided for
It
you.
is. Part of it was I was working towards this all Brooks Brothers outfit, as I was like, well, what would a person who lives as a company, like what would they wear? And I was like, well, that seems like the most corporate wear. And the store had recently opened in Portland, and I was like, well, here we go. And I got more and more items.
Okay, does Brooks Brothers give you a discount because of this?
No.
Are you serious?
No official relationship.
If I was Brooks Brothers, I'd be like, oh.
I wish you were Brooks Brothers.
You know what I might call up Brooks Brothers.
And just say, I'm thinking about buying a suit because of...
A long time ago when I was blogging, I wrote about Hagar pants, and they sent me a bunch of free clothes in the mail.
That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I got free Nike pants for skateboarding, which is cool because I don't know how to skateboard. I hired a stunt double to make a skateboarding video.
You're in Portland, like Nike stuff is like, oh man, retail Nike stuff is for suckers. And retail is for suckers.
Yeah,
paying retail is for suckers. It seems like you're. It seems like you're paying retail for your clothes.
I used to have a mantra called "Pay what it costs," and that got overturned by shareholder vote.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I agree with you now. Although I used to not. I used to say, "Pay what it costs. If you can't pay what it costs, then don't buy it." Straight up. It's not worth paying full price. It's not worth paying for.
Wow.
But I don't believe that anymore. It's a historical.
Because
idea.
someone voted for you? Because
my opinion was changed by vote. Yeah. So now I'm a much more frugal person. I try to get the best deal.
Yeah. So you can absorb the retail is for suckers.
Yeah, absolutely. I should take that on. Retail is for suckers.
I also say the bus is for suckers.
Oh.
But I ride the bus a lot.
I just took the streetcar from OMSI last night, and it was great.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
that's
on this side of the river.
It's a
so
beautiful